Blossie, I'm going to tell you a secret. I go around all the time carrying the heavy feeling that I am bad and I am wrong. Not that I made a mistake or anything, but that I am the mistake. It's like a quiet shame that follows me everywhere. Even when nothing bad is happening, I feel as if I'm about to be found out or corrected. If someone disagrees with me, my stomach drops straight away and I assume I must have done something bad or wrong without even realising it. I over-explain myself, I apologise all the time, and afterwards I replay conversations again and again, wondering where I went wrong and if I did something bad. Sometimes I even feel guilty for having needs or opinions, or if simply being myself and existing causes trouble. And I don't understand why I feel this way. I just know that deep down I expect to be blamed because I'm always bad and I'm always wrong.
Petal, my dear friend, what you're describing makes perfect sense when we understand where this comes from. This is the fourth bad message, and it is, you are bad and you are wrong. It begins in childhood, in environments where love, safety, or approval were unpredictable and even unavailable. When carers are critical, emotionally unsafe, or abusive, a child faces an impossible problem. A child cannot safely believe, the people caring for me are not up to the job, because the child's survival depends on those carers. So instead, the child turns the blame inwards and blames itself for problems in their environment. So Petal, in your puppyhood, you learned to believe that you must be the problem because that explanation felt safer than blaming your big dog carers for not being able to care for you properly. You learned the bad message, you are bad and you are wrong, when you were a puppy, but this bad message was never the truth about who you are, Petal.
So, Blossie, are you telling me that I wasn't actually a bad little puppy at all? That I wasn't ever always wrong either? I know I did the very best I could to always be a good little puppy. I was rarely bold, and when I was, I always said I was sorry. So you were right, Blossie, as when I think about my puppyhood, I was trying to make sense of so many situations that didn't make sense at all. What you are saying to me feels so relieving, like I can finally stop searching for the things that are wrong with me and for things that are bad with me. Thank you, Blossie. That helps more than you know. I now understand why I have always felt that I am bad and I am wrong.
That's exactly right, Petal. Your insight shows real courage. Nothing was wrong with you then, and nothing is wrong with you now. And you were not bad then, and you are not bad now. As the oldest and wisest of the 3 wise tales, my job is simply to help you see clearly that the 4th bad message was never yours to carry, and it was never the truth about who you are. It is really important to tell you that you are not to blame for learning this bad message. It is all done subconsciously. As a little puppy, you were not able to control the toxic environment you were in. So your subconscious mind, it had to find a way for you to survive it. Your subconscious mind decided that you must be the bad puppy and you must be the wrong puppy, as you could never blame your carers. So, as a puppy, you were not even aware that you were learning to think that you were bad, and you were learning to think that you are wrong, as all this was done subconsciously. The sad thing is, though, you then grew up always carrying this bad message in your subconscious mind, always telling yourself that you are bad and you are wrong. The only way you can stop this is for someone to tell you about how you carry this bad message about yourself. And this is what I am doing here. I am making you aware that you carry the fourth bad message in your subconscious mind. And now that you are aware of this, you get back control over your subconscious mind as you bring the issue of this bad message into your conscious mind. And you can control what is in your conscious mind. Now, I'm going to let Wise Tail Dotty tell you how to banish this bad message, as you do not need to carry this around in your head anymore. Hello, Dotty. Petal wants to learn how to stop the fourth bad message controlling how she thinks about herself. So, Dotty, get to work.
Hello to you all. What I have to say here applies to Petal and anyone who goes through life always feeling they are bad and always feeling they are wrong. Let's name this properly. The fourth bad message is, you are bad and you are wrong. As a puppy, you ended up learning this bad message about yourself due to having to live in a toxic environment. You couldn't ever admit to yourself that your carers were bad and wrong, so you told yourself you were these things so you could survive living in that toxic environment. But this bad message is an old survival pattern that served you when you were a child. It is not a life sentence. Long ago, your mind learned that blaming yourself helped you stay safe, as if you dared to challenge what was going on around you, you would have gotten yourself into serious trouble. You had to blame yourself for any problems around you. It was a clever way to survive back then, but it doesn't serve you anymore because it is not the truth about you. You are not bad and you are not wrong. So how do you stop letting this bad message have control over how you think about yourself? Start by asking yourself this question. Do you want to live as top dog, controlling what you think about yourself? Or do you want to stay stuck as a cog in the machinery of this old bad message? You want to be top dog, don't you? Of course you do. You don't want a bad message that you learned as a child to dictate how you feel about yourself now. No, you don't. You want to control what you think about yourself. And this is so easy to do. You start by using what Annette calls the nip and flip method. This is what she started to do, and it really works because Annette has been doing this for years and years, and rarely, if ever, has she to deal with bad messages anymore. So how does this nip and flip work? Nip means you catch the moment you hear that inner voice saying, I'm bad and I'm wrong and I messed up everything. You immediately stop and you name it. And you say, that's the bad message speaking to me, telling me a lie about myself. You don't entertain this bad message. You nip it in the bud and you don't let it in the door. You say to yourself, I am not listening to this lie about myself anymore. And then you flip it. You nip it and then you flip it. And what does flip mean? Flip means you replace this bad message with the truth about yourself. You replace the bad message with a good message about yourself. So the bad message of I am bad and I am wrong becomes I am allowed to be human. I may not always be right. I may make mistakes, but I am not bad, and I am not wrong. I am learning, and I am growing. I am a good person, and I always do my best. So, each time you do nip and flip, you loosen the grip of the bad message. And slowly, gently, you step out from under its control. And here's the great news I need to tell you. You really can break free from this bad message. Every time you hear this bad message in your head, you nip and flip it, and then you become the top dog of your own story. And let me tell you one more thing that is really important. Me, Annette, Petal and Blossie, we really care about you. And we really, really woof you.